Yes. So we got this is a value of the perimeter. We know what is the equation for perimeter, right? So this is, if this is a canal section, this is B, and this is our wetted area, right? So to find this perimeter, we need to add sides. Therefore, it is B plus 2 times of, we have this sides 2 times, therefore it is 2 times of D root 1 plus K square. So again, we know the value of perimeter here. I'll write 9.388 equal to B plus 2D root 1 plus the value of K we know. It is the side slope value, therefore it is half square. So we have 9.388 equal to B plus 2D. So it's a root. So it's 0.5 square. So root 1 plus 0.5 square will be 1.118. This multiplied by 2 . So I've got 9.388 is equal to B plus 2.236D. So we have 9.388 is equal to B plus 2.236D. Now we will express B in terms of D. That is, B is equal to 9.388 minus 2.236 B. So this we can consider as the equation 2. We can substitute this value of B in the equation 1. Okay. So equation 1 is 0.5 D square plus BD is equal to 7.368. So it's 0.5 D square plus B value I'm substituting here, 9.388 minus 2.236 D. Again here we have another D, so it's multiplied by D is equal to 7.368. So this is 0.5 D square plus 9.388 D, I am multiplying here, minus 2.236 D square is equal to 7.368. So we can solve this equation to find the value of D. So we will finally get the equation as 1.736 D square minus 9.4 D plus 7.368 is equal to 0. So now we have the equation, right? So we can substitute in the equation. So going to the mode, we have the equation here, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. I'm entering the terms 1.736 equals minus 9.4 equals 7.368. So equating, we are getting the value of B is equal to 0.95. Next, value of B is equal to 4.46. So we have got two values for D here. So we will check which value is the correct. So we have the equation here. B is equal to 9.39 minus 2.236d. So here we will substitute the value of b. Okay, video is not clear. So I hope now it is clear. So I have simplified this equation. So I got 1.736 d square minus 9.4d plus 7.368 is equal to 0. So solving this equation, we have got two values of d. So the first value is 0.95 and second value is 4.46. So this value of d is substituted in this equation. B is equal to 9.388 minus 2.236 d. 2.236 into d. So d is 0.95. So this is 9.388 minus, so this value 2.2.336 into 0.95. So I have value 2.1242. Yes. So here we have value b is equal to, so if we subtract this, we will get the value b is 7.3 meter. So now you take the same equation, b is equal to 9.388 minus 2.236. We have another value for d, which is 4.46. So we will substitute here. So this value, it's 9.38 minus, so I have taken the multiplying this value, we are getting 9.97. So we can observe that this value is greater, therefore the value of b will be a negative value. Therefore, the value of d is equal to 0.95 meter. So like this, we can decide what is the depth of the footing and what is the width of the footing. So I hope you understood this problem. So if the video is not clear, I am going to share this problem after this class. So next we can take the condition, that means next topic, that is drawbacks of Lacey's theory. So even though Lacey tried to overcome the problems of the Kennedy's theory, we could not consider that Lacey's theory is perfect. So why we are not considering it as perfect? So Lacey has used the term that is regime, right? So we know the word regime means that it is non-silting and non-scouring structure. But here in his theory, he has nowhere specified about these two factors. Nowhere he has explained anything about how he is considering that the water is flowing with a non-silting velocity or the non-scouring velocity. So that's why we cannot consider whatever Lacey has given a definition for the word regime is not perfect. So we can rule out the system what he has used to describe a regime channel. Why? Because he has not given us any information regarding how to say whether it is a non-silting and non-scouring velocity. Then you have seen he has given many expressions, right? So here you can observe to find this side slope, sorry, the bed slope of the canal, he has given the expression f power 5 by 3 divided by 3340. So nowhere he has specified what is this value 3350. So this value what he has taken, it is completely empirical. Based on the experiments, he has derived that value, but nowhere he has specified what is the importance of the value, right? So he has given many equations, but all of them are empirical. Because if I say what is Q is equal to A into V, so we have seen how discharge is equal to area into velocity. But if I give the equation of the side slope, there you have the terminologies or the numbers like 3340, and when we are finding the velocity, we have this 140, but Lacey nowhere specified how he is getting these values. So simply he has considered the values there. Next, you might have observed that he has taken the condition of the okay, so that is for alluvial soil, but for other soil it is not sure. Just 1 second, guys. Yes, so he has taken condition of the alluvial soil, but in the regions, in all the cases, we cannot expect alluvial soil, right? So there will be different types of soil systems. So for those soil systems, we cannot apply this theory, whether the value of S, the value of V, it is going to vary. And while describing, he said he is going to consider the silt factor or the silt size or silt grade, which means the silt diameter. So he has considered about the diameter of the silt in terms of silt factor. Which is 1.76. Sorry guys, I just got a call in between. So he has given the silt factor. Yeah, he has told us about the silt factor, but he has nowhere specified about the silt concentration. How much amount of silt is going to get concentrated if the water is flowing with a velocity. So if the water is flowing with this velocity, he has nowhere specified what about the value of the silt concentration, how much quantity of water, silt is getting concentrated. So based on these factors also, or these factors, they are nothing but the drawbacks of the Lacey's theory. So in the next class, we will discuss with the standard kennel sections. So you all might have learned about this standard sections. So just like how your highway. So if I say highway, so you will remember there will be a pavement, right? So in this pavement, you can observe a camber. After that, you are going to provide a curb, right? Then you will provide a service road, right? Or a shoulder. After that, we are going to provide a drainage section, right? So like this, on either side of the highway, we are having some standard sections. Same like that for kennel also, there are some standard sections. So about that standard sections, we will study in the next class. So before that, while coming for the next class, so you study about what is FSL, MWL, FB, okay. Then cutting and filling. Okay, so in the next class, we will discuss about the standard sections of the kennel. So I'll send this problem in the group. If the video was not clear, you can just go through the problem. Thank you.